Miro debuted on AEW on Wednesday.
Miro Matchka! It's Miro time! AEW, yes indeed. Miro, of course, is alter ego in WWE known as Rusev. Rusev Matchka has arrived in All Elite Wrestling. How you feeling, mate?
Not how I expected him to show up, but
no.
That was really weird, wasn't it?
Digging the new hair.
No, I don't know. The blonde is a little weird. I think it'll take some time for me to get used to, but he still looks fucking great. He always has.
Yeah.
Being introduced as Kip Sabian's best man, though, that's the best man. He's not just the best man; he's the best man. I really like how they're kind of pushing that a little bit, but I know I still think he would have been a dominant heel in the NWA. But having him on Dynamite, and he can have some incredible matches with the plethora of talent there. So let's fucking go.
I'm super excited for him. He's perfect in AEW. I would have actually preferred to see him in NWA first. I would have liked to have seen him in NJPW as well. I like the idea of Rusev discovering his more strong style, going at it.
The idea of Ishii.
Yeah, exactly. Rusev versus Suzuki and Rusev versus Haruki Goto and all these hardcore, old school, hard hitting, beasts of men. And that's something that I think Rusev, I'd love to see him in NJPW. And hopefully there's still an opportunity to do that because there seems to be a bit more freedom being an All Elite Wrestling talent. It ties in nicely with another one of our news stories, actually. AEW topping over 1 million this week in the ratings, in the fallout, of course, from what we thought, or especially I thought, if you've listened to the review, a pretty fucking atrocious pay-per-view in AEW All Out. That being said, it was controversial. It had plenty of talking points, and that normally means you get a spike in viewership. This is one of those kind of, it's like the Raw after WrestleMania. It's that kind of feeling, and it is nice to know that without NXT opposite them, because they're doing this Super Tuesday thing at the moment, it seems to have reaped dividends for both shows and both companies. And it also means that as wrestling fans, we don't have to listen to the incessant boring babblings of these fucking ridiculous marks and apologists who have to, the brand loyalists who have to pick one or the other. I don't care. I'm enjoying it. But I got to be honest, I didn't think his promo was particularly hot. He obviously stumbled over it a bit and forgot what he was meant to say. And also, I actually feel that he has more potential than just being a hilarious wingman for Kip Sabian. That being said, this elevates Kip Sabian, which is really nice because I feel like Kip Sabian has much more to offer than he's been able to display on an AEW platform so far. He didn't really have a chance to really excel or do anything. I think he was in the Casino Battle Royale last weekend. Yeah, whatever. It's a throwaway match, and ultimately he's just there to make up the numbers. This is an opportunity for him to stand out more. Him being alongside Rusev, and the thing about Rusev as well is, you probably noticed this on social media, he arrived immediately, huge spike in hashtagged ratings. I woke up this morning, I went on Twitter, Miro was like number 4, in the UK. Like, people were talking about him like crazy. And obviously, my Twitter, from an algorithm standpoint, is going to be tailored towards wrestling. But the fact that he was up there with, the politics and stuff like that shows that he does move the needle. So hopefully this is just a short-term thing, because I would really like to see him going after the big guns. I actually love the idea of someone like a Miro. Like, I would love it if, John Moxley somehow overcomes Lance Archer, and then all of a sudden Miro just appears out of nowhere and just fucking destroys him, and then just fucking wrecks him for the belt or something. There's an opportunity there to do great things. I'll give AEW the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully it's not going to be just some dumb hokey angle. Hopefully they have something long-term, something special to use Miro for. But yeah, couple of interesting points from AEW, and hopefully a little bit more of an upwards trajectory after what I frankly thought was a really flat and miserable evening for them All Out. Did you catch any of All Out, by the way? Obviously you weren't part of the review in the end. Was there anything you saw from it in the end, or did you just not bother wasting your time?
Honestly, I didn't bother. Like, I saw, like, clips and stuff on Twitter, but I wasn't really that interested in the card to begin with, other than the women's match and the tag title match. And I saw enough of that for what I needed. And it was definitely fantastic. Obviously, the women's match was incredible, given the talent involved. That's a given. And, the tag match, it wasn't the best tag match I've ever seen, but it gave me the results I wanted. So I was happy with that.
Yeah. If you wanted something from those two, then you got it. The rest of it was a real mission mash. Like there was even the matches that were reasonably good matches just had no real prevalence or any point to them. So, and obviously there's a big dick swinging contest with the Elite Fraternity at the moment, and I've got no interest in that. I just hope that Hangman Page comes out of it looking incredibly strong and revived again as a singles wrestler like he was the first time around when they tried to really push him, and it just didn't have the same kind of impact.